Brett Allen here. Thanks everybody for watching and listening and being a part of today's conversation. We're talking about the fantastic film M3GAN, such a good movie. And we have one of the stars here, Stephane Garneau-Monten. Thank you for your time. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you, Brett. I'm really happy to be here.
Well, congratulations. This is such a fun film. And if you're watching and you haven't had a chance yet to see the movie, please do, because it is well worth your time. Congratulations. How does it feel? This is such a fun film to have it out and for people to watch.
Yeah, well, it's an incredible feeling. It's been a long time coming. We started shooting this film back in July of 2021.
Wow.
So it's yeah, with COVID lockdowns and reshoots and restrictions, and so to have it finally come to life on the big screen is amazing. I just went to the New Zealand premiere of the movie last night and had a really great reception. It's so exciting, and this wave it's just gone so big, and the response has been fantastic. So I'm loving every moment.
Yeah, well, congratulations again. I mean, it's so good. And one of the things that I find so fascinating about it is that, like, there's a little bit of reality to it on a degree.
Mm.
Like, this is something that could exist potentially in the future. And with a little bit more of advanced technology, I mean, we already have dolls that talk and our
Hmm.
phones and everything else. So it's a little bit of art imitating life to a degree, except minus, some of the other elements that are part of the
Yeah.
film.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. I mean, even I'm wowed by some of these digital art programs that you can get online, AI that creates art just based on a few keywords. But you're right, it is life, art imitating life, and maybe a robot of that technological advancement, might not come from a toy company, maybe MIT, but it's maybe not too far away, which is exciting but certainly terrifying at the same time.
Yes. Well, what interested you and attracted you to the film as a creator and as a storyteller?
Well, when I first read the script, my immediate thought went to this is sort of a reboot of the Killer Doll sort of franchise. And then the deeper I got into the script and what Akela Cooper did was so fantastic, really, bringing in the element of grief with Katie, who loses her parents at the beginning of the film. And so, it's got that wonderful blend of how does technology, how is it helping our lives these days in the same way. Um, and so, initially it was just the script right away, and the character is just so silly and goofy. And it was one of those audition scripts that I was reading, and it just felt so easy and natural to be able to just slot into that. And it's funny, and it had this wonderful ending, and then I saw who was slated to be some of the lead cast, and that was it for me. I was in.
Yeah, I again, it was just fun to watch you and everybody else. I mean, it's just such a wild ride. I don't even know
Yeah.
how else to describe it. And yeah, there is that idea of the killer doll, but your team, I mean, everybody, you just put a different spin on it. And I think that's what makes it so appealing. I don't know. You might have a different perspective, but I think it's appealing in a different way.
Absolutely. No, I think you're bang on. What Gerard and James and James Wan and Jason Blum have done is have created this piece that's so tonally different to, what other horror comedies could be. And it rides a very fine line, but it does it effortlessly, and it's executed so perfectly. When people ask me what can I expect when I go into the movie, I'm like, it's funny and heartbreaking, and there's jump scares and creepy. There's so many emotions, and you know, like you say, it's just a fun ride from beginning to end.
It is. So when you are looking at a project outside of, say, the typical, I got an email from my agent or manager, is there something that you look for that is important to you as a storyteller that almost would be like a non-negotiable, not like yes, no, I'm not doing this, but more of like what you're looking for in terms of storytelling and character?
Well, I think for starters, I'm sort of on the upward trajectory of my career at the moment, so I'm not necessarily saying no to a lot of projects at the moment. But I'm also a writer myself, and so I
Okay.
really like to deconstruct scripts and stories that way. I really like to look at the arc, and I like to see how it sort of develops across time. I wouldn't say there's any sort of non-negotiables. It's really just a, you know, am I attracted to this project? Am I drawn towards it? And you know, also about representation with inside of the movie. You know, like me as an actor, as a person, when people see this, how do they associate me with other characters to come? And then after that, I sort of make an informed decision. But most of the time, I get presented with some pretty awesome projects.
Yeah, you've done a lot of fun things. So where did that journey
Hmm.
begin for you as a storyteller, Stephane? Like, was there a defining moment where you knew, hey, this is something that I want to do? Or how did that work for you? Because I find those backstories or origin stories very fascinating, because it's just such a unique world that you're a part of.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, great question. My one days back a number of years now. I was actually in high school when I started acting and finding that passion for it. I'm from Auckland, New Zealand, and we have a program here called the Sheila Wynne Shakespeare Festival, where various high schools compete presenting Shakespeare scenes, and you can sort of do your own take on them, you know. And the winners of the nationals go down to Wellington, and then some of those people go over to the Globe in England, which I unfortunately didn't get to do, but I made it to Wellington a few times, and it was doing these scenes, this competition, that it was just so much fun, and we were allowed so much creative license with the scenes. You know, you could set them wherever you want. You could, I mean, that's the beautiful thing about Shakespeare. You know, it's so diversified in what you can do with it, and you know, it was the language, and then just participating and performing in front of an audience, and I got the bug pretty much right away, and then I joined with my agent, who I'm still with today, here in New Zealand, and the rest is sort of history.
Well, very well deserved. Congratulations on all your success,
Thank you.
Stephane. This film is fun. And again, if you're watching and listening and you haven't gone out to see M3GAN yet, please do. The response has been phenomenal, by the way. People really love the movie.
Yeah, I know. I've been blown away. I think when the trailer came out, there were people dressing up as M3GAN for Halloween based on a movie trailer. You know,
Yeah.
I think that's when we all thought, "Wow, you know, we've really got something here." And then since the reviews came in on Rotten Tomatoes, it's gotten such a high score, and you know, I've been getting so many wonderful messages from friends and fans, and it's just been an incredible release so far. And each day it's still going. You know, and there's still more exciting news to come, and yeah, it's been fantastic. I would highly recommend going out to see it if you haven't already. Even if you don't like horror films, it is so much fun. So much fun.
Yeah, it's very different. And the viral campaign with the M3GAN dolls dancing,
Yeah.
and that's crazy. I mean, it's just like, I think that is a true sign of what could be a cult classic. When
Mm.
months before the film coming out, and you have, as you said, people dressing up, and just the creative ways that they have promoted the film. Well, thank you very
Hmm.
much for your time, and congratulations on everything.
Thank you, Brett. Yeah, it's been great chatting with you.